All right, I'm here with rising star Gabriel Flores Jr., 19-0, 6 knockouts with top rank promotions. How you doing, Gabriel?
I'm doing great. Haven't been better. How are you?
I'm doing well. Jeff Zimmerman, FightNews.com, and I know you've been out in Vegas for a while. Moved out there with your dad. What, maybe a year ago?
Yeah, a year ago this month.
How's Vegas treating you?
Great. A lot of good competition, a lot of good sparring to help my game go up and up because you only get better by sparring better opponents. So it's been helping a lot.
So even with the pandemic going on, obviously you got a fight on ESPN next weekend. Has that been an issue as far as getting good sparring, or just being in Vegas, there's just so much opportunity?
There's a will, there's a way. If you really want to go out there and get good work, you'll find it no matter what time it is. We're just driven like that. We got to make sure we're ready. We're always going to be ready.
Now, I was looking at your record, and usually when you see a rising star like yourself, you see a lot of guys with upside down records, right? 1-5, 2-10, 3-15. I think I might have seen one guy with an upside down record since the start of your career. Maybe the worst was like 500. Is that been the plan? Because you fight guys now, the last 5, 6, 7, 8 fights, like 20 plus fights, 25. The guy you're fighting has like 37. Has that been part of the plan all along?
Yeah, we never took the easy route. Since my pro debut, we fought a southpaw, and you don't see that many people debut with a southpaw. So we never took the easy route. We didn't fight people with upside down records. That's because I fought all my fights here, in Vegas, in Nevada, and Texas. We didn't fight in Mexico at all. So that's the route we took. Even though I was young, we knew we were ready for it, and we didn't cut no corners.
Right. Now you got a guy, like I mentioned, Jayson Velez, on your next fight, 29-7. So I mean, a lot of experience, obviously. What kind of, every fighter, there's a challenge, but what specifically does he pose for you?
He's gonna be there all night, but I'm just gonna be dancing around him, doing I'm gonna control the whole fight. Whatever I'm doing in there, I'm doing it because that's what I want to do. I'm gonna control the pace, everything. I got a lot of rounds in. He's been pro longer, but once it comes February 20th, I'm gonna look like I've been pro longer than him.
Now, I mean, your skills are undeniable, Junior. You won a lot. You're a star as an amateur. Won a bunch of national tournaments. At this stage in your career, you're only 20, and it's hard to believe. Been fighting pro, I think, 3-4 years already. Where do you need to improve on the most in your game, or is it just continually just the all-around game?
I'm just getting comfortable. I'm learning on the job every time I get in the ring. Like you said, I'm young. I'm learning on the job every time I go inside. But I've been pro since I was 17. I was signed at 16. So I have a lot of rounds in. So each time it's coming more and more, and again, I'm getting more comfortable.
Now, the last time we spoke, I spoke to you and your dad. This was, I believe, going to be the year where you're going to hopefully fight for a world title. You got a big fight coming up with Carl Frampton and Jamel Herring at 130. You got Oscar Valdez and Berchelt coming up as well. And then you also have the fallout of the IBF title with Jojo Diaz not making weight.
Yeah.
Where do you fit into the mix just from a title shot perspective in 2021?
After this fight, we're setting ourselves up for a title shot. As you see, Jayson Velez, he's fought world titles, people with a world title before. So we're setting ourselves up for that position, and I'm going to put on a performance that shows you that I need a title shot within my next 2 fights for sure, that I deserve that. But we're taking it fight by fight, letting it plan out, but we're for sure aiming for it.
Now, I know you're a guy that, you got a tight squad with your dad, a really tight group out there in Vegas, and you stay in your own lane. You're on social media, but you really aren't out there doing a bunch of self-promotion. You kind of let your work speak for yourself. But then you got guys in the 135 division, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Tank Davis. they live on social media and promote themselves. Is that a strategy you may take as you move on in your career? Or are you pretty much happy where you're at?
I'm happy where I'm at. The different strokes for different folks. They do what they do and they do it well, whatever they do. But I'm real. When I get in confrontation or conflict, it's gonna be in person. I got something to say. It's gonna be at the press conference, all that. So I don't really go shooting shots at people on the media like that.
And I know you're always respectful to these other guys. I mean, all of you guys are all 25 and under, rising stars. What are your thoughts of that division right now? And who do you think is the top dog at 135?
Well, obviously the top dog at 135 is Teofimo. He got all the belts. He beat Loma, so he's up there. It's going to be great fights with them all. And once I'm done here at 130, I'll move up and we'll all get it in.
So you think there's opportunities to fight some of those guys right now? Or down the road, I should say.
Down the road, yeah. I'm at 130 right now. But, yeah, right. Down the road. That's the game plan. That's what everybody wants. Now, again, as I mentioned earlier, you're a prodigy coming out, 16, signed with Top Rank.
I think originally Benavidez might have been the youngest, and then you became the youngest ever signed. Do you feel like, though, you're kind of under the radar right now, even though you're undefeated and fighting on ESPN, just the way things have played out?
Well, watch what happens after this fight. Watch what happens. It's going to be ringing. I don't ever go out and yell and be like, oh, I deserve this. They need to be talking to whoop. I ain't begging for no attention. I ain't doing none of that. If it so happens that they don't mention me or whatever, that's all right, because I'm going to make it known. My time is coming, and I'm going to be undeniable when it comes. Like I said, each platform, if they give me, like, look at this, I'm fighting Oscar Valdez and Miguel Berchelt undercard. So this is a big platform for me, co-main event. And look what's going to happen. I'm going to put on a great performance. I'm going to look great, and now my name's going to be ringing. So it don't really matter if they don't give me the credit or what. I'm not really worried about it, honestly. Really, really not, because I know my time is coming, and I know what I'm going to do.
Right, and it seems like everything just in general, because of social media, things have been kind of sped up. Just in boxing, you guys are all so young. You all have a lot of years ahead of you. Let me ask you this. I asked David the other day. He's trained by his dad. Mexican American. You got Virgil Ortiz, Jr. and Senior. Father son combo, Mexican American. And you and your dad, and I even mentioned you guys when I spoke to him. What is it about the Mexican American father-son, boxer trainer these days? What is making that happen so successfully?
I think first it comes to the relationship. You got to make sure you trust your parent. And me and my father are close, super close, always been. And I put my full trust in him. So when he tells me something, I'm gonna go out there and do it. Because I know he's right. We're boxing fanatics. We're on this all day, every day. And we're hardworking people. And that's just the Mexican culture. So if we don't know something, we're going to go out there and learn it and not look for handouts and all that. I want to really try our best to know what's going on and how to learn more and really get resources as much as we can. And coming up, that's what my dad did in the amateurs. And he learned, and man, we both improve. We keep on improving because we're never satisfied. So just speaking as far as me and my father, we get along just fine and everything goes perfectly, just me and him, because we got a great understanding ever since I was young. We both see the big picture and we're both grinding all the time.
I would have to go back and play the tape. I'll probably have it posted on Fight News tomorrow with David, but very, very similar, just kind of that culture and that bond he has with his dad. And, obviously, yes. He's been through a lot. He was a young champion at 20, experiencing stuff out of the ring. So I just think it's amazing because all three of your fathers never boxed, at least from a professional standpoint. And now all three are great trainers training their sons to superstardom. So that's awesome.
I know Benavidez and their team. Cool people. Seen them a few times, real cool with them, and I see what they're doing over there. Everything seems like what they're doing is working too. So they move.
And just from a personal standpoint, having dealt with all of you, just the respectfulness that all of you have outside of the ring? You guys are all killers in the ring, Virgil, David, and yourself, but outside the ring, the respect you have for others is great. So, let me ask you this. You guys made a big splash. God, I've kind of lost track of time with COVID and everything, but you guys brought on a well-known boxing manager, music mogul, Jay Prince, to the team. What impact has he had on the team thus far, or is it just so early in the relationship?
Nah, right away it was impact, just knowledge, experience. Jay, he managed Floyd, he managed Andre Ward, Diego Corrales, he managed greats. So he got a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge. So he definitely gave me some of that knowledge, and he really put me on game.
Did I lose you? Oh, okay. I thought I lost you there for a second. But he's really helped you just from a mental, just kind of the boxing side, the experience he's had all those years.
And he's a great manager. He's my manager, so he's a great manager by far.
I know you got a lot of big goals, Gabe, you and your dad together. When you're all said and done with boxing, what do you want your legacy to be?
Well, we're gonna unify titles in in at least 2 weight classes. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here at 130, but I want to do it at 35. I want to do it at 40. See how high I could go. We want everything. We don't want to just come here to win one title. We're here to take it all. We want it all because everything we go, we're just competitive. That's how we see it. I don't see anybody being better than me. So we're going to put it to the test every single time when we can because I believe in me and my team. I got confidence in us. So there's a lot out there to be took, and we're going to go take it.
You mentioned Andre Ward, Jay Prince, and obviously, worked with Andre. I know Andre was in your camp previously. Has he been to this camp at all?
Not this camp, but he saw me spar on FaceTime. Been talking to him a lot. So we've been over game plans with him too. So he's a big help also.
I know he came out. I'm not sure if it was on. I think it was on Max on Boxing. And there's always this talk about him coming out of retirement and maybe facing like a Canelo. I thought Andre Ward was amazing, as a fighter. Obviously, first ballot Hall of Famer. What would your thoughts be if he were to come back and face someone like Canelo?
Dre was a great fighter, and if he wanted to be, he'll still be one. But Dre knows what he wants. He knows what he wants to do in life. And he knows he already made his mark in boxing, and he's done with that part. And now he's commentating and managing. So Dre's moved on for that. He knows that he's done with that, but he's gonna continue doing what he's doing right now.
Awesome. We'll wrap it up here, Gabe. So big fight next weekend, February 20th, co-main on ESPN. Give me a prediction. What should we expect? Next Saturday night.
A beat down, man. If he's able to stand up 10 rounds, then he's gonna be different colors in his face for sure. I'm gonna be there all night. I'm not gonna get tired. I'm gonna be throwing punches and he be running into everything. Like I said, I'm gonna dictate the pace of the fight. Whatever I want to do in that ring, that's what I'm gonna be doing. If you see me doing something going on, that's because I want it to happen.
Do you feel like you have to get a knockout since it's been a little while, or does that even enter your mind?
I ain't gotta do nothing. Just look great, perform, show my pedigree, show that I'm on another level, show that I'm ready for the next level.
All right, you heard it here on FightNews.com. That's Gabriel Flores Jr., rising star, junior lightweight division, fighting next Saturday night against Jayson Velez on ESPN co-main. Gabe, it's always great talking to you. Tell your dad I said hello, and stay safe out there, and hope to see you guys in Dallas soon.
Oh yeah, we'll be in Texas soon. After this fight, we're gonna go down there.
Let me know. You know where to find me.
We'll do.
All right, take care.
You too.
All right.